Did you know that bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't? Now that might sound crazy, but let's dig into the science of it. According to botany, the academic study of plants, a berry is a fleshy fruit produced from a single ovary. So, in this botanical sense, bananas, kiwis, and even tomatoes are all berries. On the flip side, strawberries are not berries. You might be thinking, wait, but they've got berry right there in the name. True, but from a botanical standpoint, strawberries are actually what's known as an aggregate fruit. They form from a flower that has multiple ovaries, each of which becomes a tiny fruit. These tiny fruits cluster together to create what we know and love as a strawberry. So next time you reach for a strawberry, remember it's not a berry at all. Buckle up, folks, as we continue to peel back the layers of the fascinating world of food facts on Uncommon Top 10s. Capsaicin, the compound that makes chili peppers hot, is actually a defense mechanism against fungi. Now, isn't that a fiery revelation? Capsaicin is a fascinating substance that operates in quite an intriguing way. When we bite into a chili pepper, it's this compound that triggers the sensation of heat. It binds with our pain receptors, not to cause any real harm, but to create the illusion of heat. But why would a plant want to set our tongues ablaze? Well, it's not about us at all. This fiery compound is a warrior in a plant's battle against fungi. Fungi, which can be detrimental to a plant's survival, are deterred by capsaicin. It's a deterrent so potent, it can prevent fungal growth altogether. So, as you reach for a glass of milk to soothe your burning mouth after that spicy salsa, remember, it's just the plant's way of saying, back off, fungi. It's a hot little secret from the plant kingdom that turns up the heat in our kitchen. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible. Now, isn't that a sweet fact to savor? But what makes honey such an eternal delight? It's all about the unique properties that honey possesses. Firstly, honey is a veritable desert, with a low moisture content of less than 20%. You see, most bacteria and microorganisms need water to survive, and honey simply doesn't offer them a hospitable environment. Secondly, honey is naturally acidic, with a pH that falls between 3 and 4.5. This acidity prevents the growth of numerous potential spoilers. Add to these, honey's antibacterial properties that come from an enzyme bees add to it, and you've got yourself a food that refuses to spoil. So next time you drizzle that golden deliciousness over your breakfast, remember, honey, the only food that literally lasts forever. Peanuts aren't nuts, they're legumes. Yes, you heard that right. The humble peanut, a favorite snack around the world, is not a true nut. But how can this be? Well, let's delve into the world of botany for a moment. True nuts, like almonds and walnuts, are hard-shelled fruits that don't split open to release their seeds. They're a one-piece package, with the seed and fruit all bundled up together. On the other hand, legumes are a type of plant that bears fruits in pods, which split open along a seam to release their seeds. This family includes a variety of plants, like lentils, peas, and indeed, peanuts. When you crack open a peanut shell, you're actually splitting a pod and revealing the seeds inside, so the peanut is more of a cousin to the pea than the pecan. So it seems peanuts have been pulling a nutty prank on us all along. White chocolate isn't technically chocolate. Now, before you gasp in disbelief, let's unravel the secret behind this claim. The star of the show in any real chocolate is something called cocoa solids. These cocoa solids are what give chocolate its characteristic color and flavor. So what's in your beloved white chocolate then? Well, it's a blend of sugar, milk products, vanilla, and something known as cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is extracted from the cacao bean during the chocolate making process, but here's the catch. Cocoa butter doesn't contain any cocoa solids. That's right, the very heart and soul of what makes chocolate, well, chocolate, is missing from white chocolate. It's like a chocolate imposter, masquerading under the cloak of creamy sweetness. But don't let that deter you from enjoying your white chocolate treats. Just remember, technically they're not really chocolate. So, white chocolate lovers, you may need to rethink your chocolate choice. Popcorn has been around for over 6,000 years. Yes, you heard it right. This beloved snack has a history that stretches back to ancient civilizations. Its journey starts with the indigenous peoples of the Americas, who discovered that a small kernel could burst into an airy delight. As time went on, popcorn's popularity grew, not just as a snack, but as a symbol of good times and celebrations. It sailed across the ocean to Europe and eventually found its way into the heart of American culture. In the late 19th century, popcorn became a hit at fairs and carnivals. By the mid-20th century, it had become synonymous with the movie-going experience. Today, this humble kernel has transformed into a multi-billion-dollar industry, popping up in a variety of flavors around the world. So, popcorn isn't just a movie snack, it's a snack with a history. Pineapples take 2 years to grow. Yes, you heard that right. This tropical delight requires a lot of patience and care. It all starts with a pineapple top or sucker, which is planted in rich, well-drained soil. For the first 12 to 14 months, the plant focuses on growing and strengthening its leaves. This is a crucial period where it gathers all the nutrients it needs to produce that sweet, juicy fruit we all love. During the second year, the magic happens. The plant starts to flower, producing hundreds of tiny purplish blue flowers, which eventually coalesce to form the pineapple we recognize. This flowering process alone can take up to 6 months. After the flower has bloomed and the fruit is formed, it takes another 2 to 3 months for the pineapple to ripen. So, the next time you enjoy a juicy pineapple, remember it's been 2 years in the making. Mushrooms are more closely related to humans than they are to plants. That's right, folks, it's not just a fun fact, it's the scientific truth. You may be wondering how this is possible. Mushrooms, like humans, are part of the Opisthokonta group, a classification that includes both animals and fungi. On the other hand, plants belong to a completely separate group, the Archaeplastida. This means we share more DNA with mushrooms than with the green plants in our gardens. But that's not all. Unlike plants, mushrooms don't rely on photosynthesis to grow. They extract their nutrients from the organic matter they grow on, similar to how animals obtain nutrients from the food they eat. And here's another mind-boggling fact. Some mushrooms have over 20,000 sexes. Talk about diversity. So next time you're slicing up mushrooms for your pizza or salad, remember this, they're a little bit like distant cousins. Who knew we had so much in common with mushrooms? Saffron, the world's most expensive spice, costs more than gold per gram. Now you might be wondering, why is that so? The answer lies in the intricate and labor-intensive process of harvesting saffron. Each saffron crocus flower, which blooms for just 1 week each year, carries only 3 stigmas. These delicate, thread-like stigmas are what we know as saffron. To obtain 1 pound of saffron, it takes approximately 75,000 flowers, hand-picked and carefully dried. This painstaking process is what gives saffron its hefty price tag. But the cost is not just about the labor. The unique flavor, aroma, and dyeing capabilities that saffron offers are unparalleled. It's used in world-renowned dishes, from Spanish paella to Italian risotto and even in some luxury perfumes. So, the next time you see saffron on your plate or in your glass, remember you're not just tasting a spice, you're experiencing a piece of luxury. So saffron isn't just a spice, it's a luxury item. Coffee beans aren't beans, they're seeds. Now isn't that a wake-up call stronger than your morning cup of Java? That's right. The so-called coffee beans are, in fact, the seeds of the coffee plant's fruit, often referred to as a coffee cherry. Picture this, a luscious, ripe, red fruit hanging from a coffee plant. Inside this fruit are 2 seeds facing each other. These seeds are what we know and love as coffee beans. The term bean is a misnomer, stemming from the bean-like appearance of these seeds. But don't let this revelation leave a bitter taste in your mouth. Whether we call them beans or seeds, these little wonders undergo a fascinating journey from plantation to your cup, delivering that beloved aroma and flavor that gets us going every day. So coffee lovers, you're actually drinking seed juice, not bean juice. Wow, we've learned some surprising facts about food today. We've journeyed from the surprising starter fact, revealing the spicy truth, and delved into the sweetness of honey. We cracked open the Nutty Fact and decoded the secret of chocolate. We then popped over to the truth about popcorn and marveled at the magic of pineapple. We dug deep into the mystery of mushrooms, and then saffron, the world's most expensive spice, revealed its secret to us. And finally we woke up and smelled the surprising facts about coffee. What a flavorful journey this has been, filled with sweet, spicy, and savory surprises. It's a reminder that our everyday foods are not as common as they seem, each carrying a unique story. Thanks for joining us on this culinary journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Uncommon Top 10s for more countdowns. Until next time, keep discovering the uncommon.